So who decides the custody arrangement in a divorce?
Who decides the custody arrangement really depends on at what part of the process we're in. At the initial outset of a case, negotiation is available to the parties, and the parties coming together and discussing different opportunities or different options can really decide the custody arrangement themselves without any third parties or certainly without the court. So that's always the first step, negotiation. If negotiation fails, but the parties believe that they may be able to come to some sort of arrangement with the help of a third party, a lot of times a mediator could get involved that can assist with the process. In all of our courts in New Jersey, once an application is filed for custody or parenting time, a mediator will be assigned to the case, and the mediator will then try to work with both parties to come to some common ground where they can reach a resolution. Ultimately, if negotiation and mediation fail, the judge makes the final decision and makes the determination as to child custody and parenting time.
So if I can't agree with my spouse on custody, which is probably because I don't think they should have custody, are you saying a judge will make us go to mediation?
Yes, in New Jersey, if an application is filed in the court, unless there's a domestic violence restraining order in place, the court will automatically refer most cases to the court mediation program. The reason being, a mediator is in place who's a neutral third party who has no vested interest in either side, but they're trained professionals, many times lawyers, but other times just mediators, who understand what courts are likely to do and understand the potential range of outcomes. And even if you significantly disagree as to how a case should resolve, a mediator a lot of times can give you some insight as to how the judge that will decide your case may view certain issues.
I can't imagine. This sounds so difficult. It's such an emotional topic. So what do I do if I don't think my spouse should have custody?
Well, the case law in New Jersey says it's understood that it is in the child's best interest to have both parents involved in their life to the greatest extent possible. That's not that's an ideal, that's a public policy. In every case, that obviously can't be true. But a judge is going to really try to have a child have two active parents involved. So to the extent that you have significant concerns, of course, if there's issues or concerns that there's child abuse or neglect, those issues really belong with law enforcement or the Division of Child Protection and Permanency, who's the agency who investigates abuse and neglect in New Jersey. If it's something less than that, where you believe that the other spouse or the other parent is not acting in the child's best interest, that really needs to go through the family division. And that's why you need to get a lawyer involved so that we can file the appropriate motions to try to bring those issues that you rightly have and those concerns to the judge's attention. So that will help us modify either the parenting time schedule that both parents exercise, or the judge has broad discretion to order other things such as family therapy, reunification therapy, family counseling, counseling for the child and one parent. And all of those different mechanisms that a court can use would hopefully allow the child to develop a relationship with the other parent, but also give the safeguards and protections and the peace of mind for the parent that is really concerned about the child spending significant time with the other parent.
What is your advice for parents going through this to make it as easy as possible for everybody?
Well, first, I think open communication between the parents is always a great thing. Obviously, in cases of domestic violence, that's not possible. And in cases of divorce where there's high emotion, for whatever reason, something has led to a breakdown of the relationship, and these two parties are no longer going to be able to go forward as husband and wife. However, with that being said, if the parties are able to acknowledge that they are maybe not in the best position to carry on